Yeah, right again, once again. This time around, I'm going to be talking about the RRM. The RRM represents recognition, recommendation, and money. In most cases, a lot of musicians want to, they say, okay, you talk about what we need to keep going. We talk about building, improving your skill, having strategy and having control. Those three things actually have to do with as a person and a group of musicians. So as a group of musicians, the first thing I'm saying that we have to organize ourselves. We have to organize ourselves. We have to work on our skills. We have to set up our strategy, and we have to have self-control. We have to value one another. The first thing musicians need to do is to have that system among themselves. Because if we're going to go forward, that's the things we need. We need skill, we need strategy, and we need control. Control goes a lot of things. Control have to do with influence. Control have to do with having authority. Control have to do with having power. Control have to do with your behavior. Control have to do with your dress code. Control have to do with your social values. Control have to do with your presentation. So these are things that you, as musicians, the first thing musicians need to do is to build their skills up. They need to have strategy, they have plans, and you have control. Control also means being serious. A lot of people talk about the musician, you're not functional, the musician, you're not powerful. But are you a serious musician? Are you? I'm a serious musician. I'm not waiting for the musician to be powerful. I'm organizing my business. I'm doing what I'm doing now is business. I'm setting a platform. I have a school. I'm trying to work towards building this and building that. I'm being committed. I'm being consistent about what I'm doing. I keep working on my skill. I started as a singer. From singer, I went to instrumentalist. From instrumentalist, I won't go to manager. From manager, I become this. I become that. I become a video editor. Keep improving my skill. I keep setting a strategy. I work with different groups of musicians as being coordinator, as and being supervisor, as event organizer. You continue to build on your skill, and in building on your skill, you have to work with musicians. That's the first aspect, and all that actually will lead to you being organized. So, if you have skills and you have strategy, and you have control, then you get organized. So now, in most cases, people will ask the question: should I get organized before I start to think about recognition? Do I get organized before I start to think about commitment? Do I get organized before I start thinking about making money? No. That's not what's going to happen. What's actually going to happen, yet I know, come close to my face, I said no. That's not what's going to happen. As you develop your skill, you can start to think on rewards. You can start to think on benefits. But there's something you have to understand. The benefits will work in three different steps. What you want to gain must work in three different steps. It should work as recognition, recommendation, and then money. And there's a reason for that. Now, so the first thing we're going to understand, I'm building my skill. And in the process of building my skill, I need to be recognized. You have to accept criticism. So I need to be recognized. I need for people to understand what I'm building. I need for people to understand who I am and what I stand for. I need to be recognized. Say you cannot light a light and keep it. So you cannot be building your skill and hide. You can be in school. You can be whatsoever you want to do. You have to start finding places to play. You have to start finding places to jam. You have to start finding places for geek. And when you're doing that, I'm saying that don't focus on money. Start with being recognized. So while you're in school, while you're learning, while you're practicing, start to be recognized. Start to find places to gym. Start to find places to geek. Start to find being to practice with. Start to go out. You don't have to have your skill. You don't have to have strategy. You don't have to have control before you start to think about benefits. No. You can start from the beginning. As soon as you recognize that you can sing, you can go and join a band. And you join that band, you need to start singing. And while singing on that band, people recognize that you can sing. So you have to find things to do physically. That's why I said the actual thing I'm actually going to be discussing on this workshop or on this seminar is this the 7 P's of the marketing mix. That's what I'm actually going to discuss. And the reason, but before we reach to the 7 P's, your first thing, your mind must be made up. You will have that mindset. What will keep you going? And what you should be focusing on as benefits. What you should be focusing on as gain. So I just started learning how to play the keyboard. I joined a band and start improving my skill. While I'm improving my skill, in that band, I getting money. In that band, people getting to know me. In that band, I'm being recommended. That's what I'm saying. So as you build your skill, you need that 3 things. You need to be recognized. As you build your skill, you need to be recommended. Now, so as you build your skill, you identify in most cases what a lot of people don't understand, and a lot of people miss out is when we speak of building skill. A lot of people think that it's about your personal happiness. I can sing. I get a lot of artists saying I can sing. I'm very talented, but people don't want to support me. People don't want to connect to me. The reason why, because you are doing it to please yourself. You're not doing it as a means of getting to people. You're not doing it as a means of making business. You're not doing it as a means of doing what people want. As you build your skill, you have to think on what people want, what people desire. For example, I'm a composer. During my early days, I focus on composing my own songs. But as I improve, I have to play copyrighted songs because people don't know my songs. The songs people know, that's what they want to hear. So I can't say, oh, I want to play my own song. No. Even as I play my own song, I start to add copyright songs to my playing, because when people want to hear me play, I have to start with playing copyright songs before I play my own song. So I got to, at least I have a list of 30 songs. And in that list of 30 songs, I have 25 copyrighted songs, and I have my 5 own composition. So when people hear me playing, they fall in love with my playing, and then when they hear my tune and say that song sounds cringe, then I tell them it's my composition. They be like, wow, you're good. You have to work. Your skill should be about meeting people's needs. If you don't understand that, look at my face. I'm saying to you, your skill should be about meeting people's needs. You don't build skill to please yourself. You don't build your skill to show off. You don't build your skill to knock your chest. You build your skill about solving problem. You build your skill to meet others' needs. And because when you meet other needs, then they will give you money. When you meet other needs, then they will recommend you. When you meet other needs, then they will recognize you. So in the process of building your skill, you start with the RRM, recognition, recommendation, and money as you start. Even when you go to building your strategy, the same RRM is needed. You need to be recognized. You need to be recognized. And that as you build your strategy, people start to see the effectiveness of your strategy. People start to see the accountability nature of your principles. People start to see the reliability, the consistency. People start to see the commitment. People start to see the discipline. People start to see the accuracy in what you say and what you do. The same RRM works with your strategy. You don't have to develop yourself fully, because while you're developing yourself, there's something actually happening. While you're developing yourself, you need money. While you're developing yourself, people need to know you. While you're developing yourself, you need to be recommended. So as you develop yourself, you notice that, sometimes people provoke you. Some people come to your business center. They don't want to pay the money, but they beg. But as you do that work, they start to irritate you. And those are the people that most times carry your name. While you're developing your strategy, you need to identify people with those behavior. So when they come around, you say, oh, there's one, I know that he won't spoil my name. So I won't talk. I just stand there, oh, my man, not busy. I won't be able to do your work and get rid of him, because at the end of the day, he actually going to spoil your name. You need the RRM to work with you. So even as you have your skill, even as you have your strategy, even as you have your control, you need to work with things that benefit you. A lot of people, you've been playing piano for 10 years. And when they ask you what's your age, you like, oh, how much you have worked for, you can't say. You need to have that attached to you. And in most cases, when I'm talking these things, a lot of gospel musicians have a lot of problem with me when I speak on these things, because it'll be like the church don't want to pay a musician a huge amount of money, but the church want good music. And then my conversation have to do with growth. My conversation had to do with improvement. My conversation have to do with development. So if the church would say like, this guy, what he's saying is good, but it's not good for the church setting, because in the sense that it would say, how long you been playing? I've been playing for 10 years. How many you been working for? And I committed to my church and I'm not focusing on money. Yeah, you're not focusing on money. The way you should be focusing on, the church should be recommending you to get a job. You're not focusing on money, then the church should be recommending you to have all the contracts. See, that's how it works. So you gain recognition. That's why someone will ask you, yeah, you can play the instrument in the church, but are you in college? Are you learning all those things? That's why your skill comes. So you're not just going to be looking at money. I want to improve in having money. You can improve in being recognized. Jesus. This is LIB. This is what we experience in Liberia. This is one of the biggest problems we have.